There's some things I hate about PowerPoint, and I figure it's kind of my duty to point them out. So here we go. Here's common PowerPoint mistakes. Number one, people tend to put every word they are going to say on their PowerPoint slides. Although this eliminates the need to memorize your talk, ultimately this makes your slides crowded, wordy, and boring. You will lose your audience's attention before you even reach the bottom of your first slide. Please don't do that anymore, please.
Welcome to a very special episode of Comedy from Home. This is the comedy show that comes to you from my office right here in my home in Southern California. As always, I am your host, Don McMillan. Thank you for joining us today. That opening clip you saw was from a bit I did many years ago called Life After Death by PowerPoint, where I showed people the things not to do in PowerPoint. You know, too many animations, the text that was too small, too many bullet points. And I did it as a joke, the video, and it took off. Literally, it's been seen like 30 million times. It's used in corporate trainings, high school classes, college classes, to teach people what not to do in PowerPoint. And I wrote it as a joke, and it got huge. And people have been asking me, when are you going to do a new one? When are you going to do a new one? Today I am updating. Today's Comedy from Home. And by the way, that clip you saw at the beginning was from the original Life After Death by PowerPoint. But today I'm going to show you the updated, COVID-inspired version of Life After Death by PowerPoint, which I'm calling the most annoying virtual meeting mistakes. Yeah, these are the things that people do in virtual meetings that are driving me crazy. Please stop doing this, people. Please stop doing it. And I prepared slides because if you know me, I always prepared slides. So let's get to it. The first most, where's the camera? Okay, people? You got to know where your camera is, all right? Talk to the camera. Look, I'm looking in the camera and I'm talking to the camera. I'm going to go to the one shot right here because it's important. Okay? I'm looking at the camera. You should know where your camera is. And if it's on your laptop, it's usually right at the top of your laptop. If it's somewhere else, know where it is. Because so many times I get in a meeting and this is what I see. Hey, I'm glad everybody's here. We're going to get started. I had to spend the whole meeting looking at their forehead, or they didn't realize it's a side shot. Their camera's over here. Yeah, it's good to see all of you. You're not even looking at people. Make eye contact. Or this. They're like way over here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I see on your chart, Bob. Know where your camera is. Talk to your camera. It drives me absolutely insane when people aren't looking at the camera. How do you not notice it? How do you look in your little box? If this is what you see, you're not looking at your camera, okay? This is what drives you crazy. Let's go to number 2. The second most annoying virtual meeting mistake I like to call the mute button challenged. And you people know who you are. You have not mastered the mute button. Come on! We're intelligent here, right? We're hearing way too much of you when it should be quiet. We're hearing everything that's happening in your room when you should be muted. And other times you're talking and we can't hear you because you are muted. People apparently do not know how the mute button works. So I'm going to review it. I'm going to review it real quickly here. So there's your Zoom screen right there. And down in the corner, see that microphone? That is the key right there. I'm going to zoom in right there. That microphone, if you see the microphone, we can hear you. This microphone is just standing by itself. If it has a slash through it, we can't hear you, okay? Okay, red slash, we can hear it. Just go back quickly, okay? We can hear you if you just see the microphone. If there's a red slash through it, right there, we can't hear you, okay? If that's not clear, I'll just go to a double shot. There's both of them. The top there, see the red slash, we cannot hear you. Red slash, not hear you. Bottom, no red slash, we can hear you. And apparently you people don't understand this. I see so often I'm at a meeting, and you'll see some guy go on for like 30 minutes just sitting there going, and people are yelling at him in the chat like, you're muted, Reggie, you're muted. Oh my God, it drives you absolutely nuts. But even worse than that, I think, is what we hear when you think you're muted or you think nobody can hear you. And I've heard the most amazing things. I'm just going to share 4 of them with you. These are things I've actually heard because people haven't managed to master the mute button. Here's the first one. How many times you've been in a meeting and you've heard this?
Give it to me. No, it's mine. I first. No, it's mine.
I feel bad for moms everywhere, and dads too for that matter. I just have 2 words for you. Mute button.
Yes.
Here's another one, and I swear this is real. I'm in the middle of one of my shows, and this is what I hear. Yep, somebody is unloading their dishwasher, and they're unmuted. Come on, you're unmuted. Mute, please, mute. And then, you know what happens? When this person comes back on, this is what you see. Hey, what's everybody laughing at? Somebody was unloading the dishwasher? Really? Oh, God, that's funny. Who would do that? What an idiot. No, I was muted. I was muted the whole time. I don't know what you're talking about. And the last thing you want to hear from one of your attendees at a virtual meeting is this. For these people, I have 3 words: mute button and fiber. Moving on. The third most annoying virtual meeting mistake I call, my connection is fine, it's yours. Because people, it's never their connection. No, it is never their connection. Let me give you an example. Larry, we've been discussing that finally, and that is what we need. No, it's not me. No, it is not me. I have a great connection. It's got to be you. It's got to be you because I have the greatest connection. Here's a little hint. If your connection when you log on sounds like this, you need a better connection. It may be you, okay? I hate this argument about whose connection it is, okay? It's somebody's connection. Take some ownership. Come on, for God's sake. Moving on. Number 4, if you're following along in the most annoying virtual meeting mistakes, is lighting. Who needs lighting? Yeah, you gotta be lit well, okay? Spend some money, buy a couple of bulbs, okay? I'll give you a quick example. Here you go. I think this is pretty good lighting. This is too dark. This may be too light. In fact, I think I'm on the surface of the sun. And this lighting may not be sending the message that you want to send. The next most annoying virtual meeting mistake I call nice background. Backgrounds can be a real issue. Take a look. Personally, I just like to use my office as the background, and I decorate it up a little bit. I kind of make it look interesting. Like I got my TARDIS over here. If you're a Doctor Who fan, a TARDIS, by the way, is a time and relative dimensions in space. TARDIS. It's a time machine that Doctor Who used to go to different times. And it's not a real time machine. It's a cardboard cutout, because if it was a real time machine, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in 2021. I'd be somewhere where there's no virus. And over there, of course, I have a chart of all the chemical elements. I only put that up periodically. See, I got a little joke in the background. Make your background interesting. Don't use the virtual backgrounds. I hate the virtual backgrounds. They annoy me. This one I see people use all the time right here, the blur. This one, first of all, my first thought is, oh my God, my eyes are going, what is going on behind you? What? And then I think, what are you trying to hide? Huh? It makes me suspicious. There a dead body hanging back there somewhere? And if somebody does happen to walk by, they look like a ghost. You know, they come in and out like you're being haunted, okay? It makes us suspicious. Don't use the blur background. And the standard ones are no better. I mean, who are you trying to fool? I know you're not in San Francisco. You're clearly not in San Francisco, because if you were, you would be in the most expensive piece of real estate in all. Go look at that view, okay? You're not there, okay? This one is just silly. I'm in the grass. Okay? That immediately affects my allergies. My eyes start watering when I see that. Don't do that to people. Okay? You're not in the northern Arctic, okay? The aurora borealis is not happening. Now, it looks pretty cool behind you, but you're not fooling anybody here, and you're not in the South Pacific. I mean, I like the place the palm trees are going, but you're not in the South Pacific, and you're clearly not in space. You're not, because you couldn't breathe. There's no atmosphere. So they're just silly. Don't use those. Just use your office, okay? And people like to put stuff up there to show what they're interested in, to show the difference. This one is funny. This is an actual one I use. Okay, meats. A meat background. Somebody actually put this one up. That's a meat background. Now, apparently you're a meat lover. That's fine. But what about the vegetarians out there? That's just they're not gonna like that. Don't piss off the vegetarians. That's what I'm saying. What else is there? Oh, you try to cheer up people. This is not going to cheer up everybody. No, if you're already happy, that's fine. But if you're depressed, happy faces are you're like, oh God, this is work. But who's he trying to cheer up? Don't do that. Don't activate people. Don't try to cheer them up. It's a business meeting. Act professional. Don't just put up stuff you like all the time. And people love clowns, okay? Not everybody loves clowns. Look, clowns to me are scary. You're going to scare people with clowns. I mean, look at this lineup. That is not a good group of clowns right there. But that's a clown lineup right there. Those guys are scary. Don't do clowns. You may like clowns. Not everybody likes clowns. And maybe you love cats, but we don't want to see your cats, okay? I know they're cute. I know they are, but not everybody loves cats, you know? But don't show us your cats. And by the way, if you want to know what a Zoom cat lineup looks like, right there. That's a bunch of cats on a Zoom call right there. I love that photo. It's kind of scary. That's kind of a scary photo. And dogs are no better. And don't ever do this. Don't bring your social issues in. Remember, that Sarah McLachlan dog commercial? Oh my God, it is so sad. I don't want to be reminded about the abused dogs out there. Don't do that to people. When that music kicks on, I run to the TV and turn it off because my wife sees it. We're going to adopt like 56 dogs. The most depressing commercial. Thank you, Sarah McLachlan, for ruining dog commercials forever. Don't get too personal, okay? I don't use your family photos, okay? You were cool back in the 50s. That's actually what my family kind of looked like right there. We don't see your vacation photos. Oh, you went to Hawaii. That's great. Oh, look at us. We're acting goofy. Oh, we rode a dolphin. Oh, look, we rode a dolphin. You know what? That's dolphin abuse. Your animal people are going to come after you. Don't do that either. I don't want to see your 4th of July pictures. I definitely don't want to see your Halloween photos. I mean, look at that. That is horrible. Look at that. That ruins Halloween for me right there. That might be child abuse, by the way, and I'll never look at a pumpkin the same way again. Don't do that to people. What else? I know it's topical, but no coronavirus background. No, we all know it's out there. I know it's a cool looking virus, but we don't think. And then finally, this is one I actually used. And if you want to get a laugh, it's not a bad one, but I actually used, this is my favorite, right here. Hey, I'm calling from the bathroom, everybody. I was in a hurry. I hope you don't mind. No, don't use the urinal background. Although I do have a great joke. Oh yeah, I'm using the voice over IP technology. Voice over IP. Yeah, good. It's funny, but don't use virtual backgrounds. That's my message. Just have a nice, simple background. That's it. Let's go to the next one. And last but not least of the most annoying virtual meeting mistakes, because it is probably the most damaging, I call, am I on camera? Yeah, people forget they're on camera all the time. People, and let me show you. Next time you are in a Zoom meeting, put it in gallery view and look around. Look at all the boxes. These are the things you'll see. You see people like this. They're falling asleep. They get the head bobs, or they're picking their teeth, or their nose, or their eyebrows, or God knows what. They're eating. They're playing on their phone. You see people on their phone all the time. We can see you. There's a camera. We can see you. They're on their phone. They're playing games. They're checking their emails. Yeah, come on, people. Your camera's on. And it can be harmful. I don't know. Do I need to tell you about this guy? Jeffrey Toobin. Yeah, Jeffrey Toobin. If you don't know it, look him up, okay? He got caught, let's just call it, doing a sexual act during a Zoom call. Come on, Toobin. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? There's a camera there. And now the worst thing in the world can happen. It's named after him. If you get caught doing some kind of sexual thing on a Zoom call, it's called a Toobin. It's a Toobin. You don't want anything named after you in the world. It's never a good thing. I don't want somebody to go, oh, you pulled a McMillan someday. I don't even know what that is, but I don't want anything named after me, okay? So that's the message. Don't do that. So there you have it. The most annoying virtual meeting mistakes. Where's the camera? You got to know where your camera is, okay? The mute button challenged, and you people know who you are. Learn to use the mute button. My connection's fine. It's yours. No, it's not. Get a good connection. Lighting. Who needs lighting? You got a light. Come on, spend some money on lighting. Nice background. Pick your backgrounds carefully. And then finally, don't forget your camera's on. Please, for the good of all mankind, please remember that your camera's on. And with that, I'm going to go. We have a live clip coming up with more live Life After Death by PowerPoint. These are things you shouldn't do in PowerPoint. Filmed in front of a live studio audience with live laughs, so I know this stuff's funny. In the meantime, happy Zoom meetings. Please follow my guidelines. And here comes your video.
Number 2, most common. Many people do not run spell check. Big mistake. Nothing makes you look stupider than spelling errors. If it's got a red line under it, recheck the spelling. And then finally, I hate this. Avoid excessive bullet pointing. Only bullet key points. Too many bullet points, and your key messages will not stand out. In fact, the term bullet point comes from people firing guns at annoying presenters.